Brilliance Audio presents True Places by Sonja Yoerg, performed by Lisa Flanagan. To the memory of my mother and her garden. It is not down in any map. True places never are. Herman Melville, Moby Dick. Chapter 1. The girl knew before she opened her eyes that Mama was gone. She always knew. The air inside the cabin cradled a hollow space, a missing shadow of warmth, an exhaled hum, the absent heartbeat. Early mornings were best for hunting, she accepted that. But loneliness was a heavy cloud to wake up in all the same. She turned onto her back and listened to a squirrel hightail it across the roof. One beat of quiet. It had leaped. Her own limbs sensed the animal's limbs extending, forepaws reaching defiantly, no hint of hesitation, tail along for the ride. Gravity was a prop, a toy. Leaves rustled as the squirrel landed. The girl clenched her teeth, pulled in one side of her mouth, and sucked hard, letting loose a chatter. The squirrel answered. The girl swung her feet to the floor, keeping the blanket around her shoulders. Pale, streaky sunlight filtered through chinks in the log walls. She tested the air with a breath. Not that cold. April was here, but winter crouched nearby, haunches twitching, ready to dump more snow. Make sure they got down to the last of the deer jerky. Maybe they'd get lucky and outrun winter this time. Maybe today Mama would get a turkey. She threw off the blanket, pulled on pants, and tucked in the shirt that fell to mid-thigh. Her father's leather belt was so long that after she cinched it, she slid the dangling end nearly all the way around again. She crammed her feet into rubber boots, pushing her toes against the rags she'd stuffed into the ends to make them fit, and slipped her knife through a belt loop at her hip. "Come on, Ash." She beckoned impatiently to the room, unlatched the door, and stepped outside onto the narrow porch. Fog hung in the trees, a hush of silvery damp. But the girl could tell the sun would...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?